What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're here today with something a little bit different. The Halo Championship Series in Arlington is going on this weekend, and we're here today checking out the losers finals, Spacestation Gaming versus Quadrant. Quadrant is a EU team that has come in and beat Optic Gaming twice in a row at LAN, and they are here trying to cement their way into the grand finals of the tournament. All they have to do is get through Spacestation Gaming, who just lost to FaZe Clan in the winners finals of this tournament. So two very good teams going at it. Spacestation Gaming, obviously the favorite, but Quadrant, a underdog in this tournament coming up. Let's see if they can make an even bigger splash than they already have.
They handle Rebellion, Complexity, Optic and Sentinels.
Sentinels
Can
too.
they claim one more scalp? Or will the former World Champions stand on ceremony here and now? Shields up, weapons hot, we're underway.
And we need to see
that guy's got some energy.
I
like
either
it.
of these teams show they mean business to the other side. Do not allow them to have any sort of confidence going into this series. Shut them down immediately and show them who's boss. Already we see Spacestation get hold of the rockets. A great stuff.
Oddball Slayer flag.
We've seen SSG do very well in the previous series, controlling power weapons and power-ups. Rockets already scooped up and used, burned. Fall down over towards the staircase here. Zico dips away towards the ATM. Footsteps
no one really getting this early time.
Tip-tap toe of the Frenchman legend.
Spacestation, the only one with
for
even
now.
a touch.
Penguin will find him, sniff him out, eliminate him. Two members
they
of Quadrant
grab the
position over
ball
towards
here?
B-rail. Shots will go down. SLG will escape for now, but only for now. As Bound gets some Chick challenges on the front base. Chick secures
Quadrant,
one,
a
but he's got
really
players
good
behind
EU
him.
roster.
He goes down.
I will say, when it comes to playstyles, two teams who have a very similar one,
supposedly
but
the best Halo team
sometimes
to come
just
out
be a
of
little
EU
bit
in a
more
really
well
long time.
refined. They seem to be a little bit more well practiced, but Quadrant, as this event has gone on, it seems like they've just clicked that extra level that they needed to. Remember, this is only the second event on LAN that we see Quadrant
is
with
a
their
really,
full roster.
really sick player.
Have to see whether they can just continue to get
Hassan
better and
playing
better as Bound will rotate this ball away from
all-star
Quadrant.
thing
But
they were
Chick's going to be
doing.
right there to make it difficult.
Almost
Good
beat
start for
Lucid.
SSG so far. 3 dead. As I say that, the curse. Stellar last man standing for a moment. Teammates starting to spawn in and
Quadrant
around him now on
getting
the
some
cafe
time
side.
finally.
Stellar gets a kill. Chick hoped to get a trade, didn't do so. Legend has the ball. Back tram over towards Commando. Maybe thinks about playing it here. Ego gets another one onto Legend. Ball has been played front base. Out trash. 3 dead for Quadrant. Space Station break the setup wide open.
I need to get a pen and
It's
pencil.
something that Quadrant can be guilty of, is being a little bit too quick at times and not slowing it down. SSG can play very similar way though. They like to just run at people off spawn and just make sure you don't have that time to think, that time to breathe. Bound finds the first with a rocket, and it should be 2 for 2 here, but this is a nice patient and, wow, a great display of trigger discipline, but I think he shot a nade.
Rockets change hands. 1 to play with. SLG surveys the land. He's opting instead to look towards Bound. Rocket goes down, doesn't pop the shields. Bound might win this. No, he doesn't, but they do trade it out eventually. 2v2 on the map. And Legends got ball in hand once more. Will he opt to play it? The rotation's coming through. Teammates on hand. Bait and switch as Eco turns his back. Turns tail and runs. Bound looking for the bait and switch.
Yeah, incredible support there from Quadrant to ensure that Eco wasn't able to pick up an easy kill, but also great awareness from Eco to understand that had he continued to push, he would have left his team very vulnerable there in a man-down situation. But now, because he waited, they bound together, and now they can have the extra player here to shut down SLG as the last and get some ball time.
SLG gets a kill. How important might that be just to disrupt things for SSG here? Eco scoops up ball, but only toss it towards Statune.
Spacestation Gaming, a pretty legendary roster.
Just to give some cover fire.
Last few years they've been part of Cloud9,
Zika steps out, but a step too far.
but switched to SSG this year.
With the Bulldog gets 1. Eco dipsy doodling, staying alive, making this a very difficult kill. Last man standing, manages to get 1. Can he get SLG? Yes, he can.
Incredible stuff
Nice
there from
double
Eco.
kill by Eco there.
Not allowing Quadrant just to run rampant wherever they may be, shutting them down immediately.
Tie game still though.
I will say it's something that
No
Quadrant
one's really
have
got
learned
a
from
whole
the
lot
NA
of
teams
time
is how important
to
it is
start.
to stay alive at times and to be an awkward kill. We even saw in that previous series against Sentinels, just being able to stay alive those little moments, getting that 1 extra kill just gives your team that extra bit of time to push from spawn and do some damage of their own. But
Kill
Eco with
from
this
Eco
Bulldog,
with the Bulldog.
is such a threat right now.
Killing spree for Eco. Ball tossed out.
Chick
Chick's
with
got rockets.
the rockets for Quadrant.
Here comes the pain. Finds one, finds two, opens the door. 3 dead for SSG. Quadrant need to start believing they are not only lucky to be here, but they belong here.
Well, interestingly, speaking to SLG after they got their victory against Sentinels, of course, congratulating him. And he said, hey, I mean, that's what I'm paid to do, right? I'm paid to win games of Halo, and I'm here to win the whole thing. And that's an impressive mindset for someone who is in uncharted territory for a European roster. This Quadrant team, they believe that they are good enough. And right now, they are going toe-to-toe with one of the greats of North America. 53
Quadrant is
to 41.
owned
A
by
few players are down, but
Formula
Stella
One racer
just
Lando
is able to get
Norris.
the ball away, but that's great
If you
again
guys
from Chick,
know anything
making
about
sure he's got
F1.
eyes on, even as the last remaining player.
But
front base.
Quadrant is his team
Ball remains in a
that
neutral
he
position
put
for
together,
now.
so
Spawns over towards
interestingly
Cafe
enough.
for SSG. As Legend closes the vice grips down on Penguin. Squeezing here. Eco back tower. Chick caught between 2 mines to help a teammate or keep eye on ball. Stellar's going to be the first point of contact. Down to no shields. Chick takes very little damage in the process. Looks to face and square up bound. He goes down. Penguin in a 1v1 and
Good
shuts
kill by
the
Penguin.
Frenchman down.
Because
Got to be
Chick
winning these
was
pips
running
as well.
rampant
So
in
important
there.
for your mindset, and also just to try and
SSG's
demoralize your
got the
opponents
ball
ever so
also.
slightly, as Penguin will rip that
Only
ball
down
off
by
spawn.
about
We've
6
not seen
points.
SSG really be able to get a proper setup yet, but this is going to be their best chance, if any. Bound over towards Arcade, just watching down ramp, spots one, and that will usually communicate there's going to be some sort of split push and needs to say to the rest of the team what angles to be watching right now.
Bound backs away. No shields. Scoops up the assault rifle. Steps out into Arcade. 2 dead for SSG. Bound has got to play this one clever. Looks to shred the shields of one. Good for a trade, but that's all for now. 53 to 61. SSG hold a slender lead here with 1:05 on the clock.
It was a split push. Legend managed to get round alongside Cathay here and has rockets to work with too. Stella goes down.
Legend
Ball
with
is
the rockets.
just going to be on tower side. Bound is very close to it, so he could try and toss it out, but I think he's vulnerable getting shot from SLG at the moment. Thankfully, though,
Nice
for
kills
SSG,
there.
I think this is going to be a reset, and the ball's going to have to be picked
Ball
up from
does
spawn once more.
reset.
Ball gets played. Legend and Stellar cross paths here.
Space
4 fresh
Station
shots,
with
and he
about
needed to
an
hit them
8-point
because
lead.
his clip was out of ammunition.
Can Legend make a difference here?
Now you get to take another fight, but Penguin, another person who has
12
an
and
incredible
7
VR.
start, but
Says he's more
just
than happy
gets
to take
killed
that
by
fight. But
Penguin.
all the meanwhile, Quadrant have snuck away with the ball, rotated it over towards Tram ever so slightly. 33 seconds left
few
on the
good
clock,
kills
so it's
there
suddenly
for
crunch
Space
time, and
Station.
every
Space
second is going to
Station
count.
tie the
Every little
game
second on that ball is going to count.
and
3 are
take
dead
the
for Quadrant.
lead here with about 30
Quadrant
seconds
took the
left
lead
in the
for
first
A
round.
single solo solitary second. As Legend slides in and kills one. Stellar still got hands on the ball, keeping it safe. Waiting for teammates to spawn around him. Bound, position
But
over towards
Legend's got the
ATM.
Bulldog.
Here comes the push
Can
now.
he do
Bulldog
some
in
work
hand. Legend's
here?
been caught out. Legend's
But
gonna
gets
trade,
traded.
but will not be good enough. The answer's no. Quadrant are 3 in the respawn screen.
Quadrant
SLG
has the
looking
ball
like a
though.
thief,
They're
manages to
moving it
grab that
around.
ball and will again run this one down Arcade through pillars, but Penguin is on hot pursuit
trying to get
right
back
now.
to his
And
teammates.
it does look like Quadrant have just about got away. Now I would say usually SSG are incredible in these final moments when it comes to these really close situations with only seconds
9
left. That's when they
seconds left.
thrive. Quadrant, they need to get this ball,
Quadrant
and they do
have to
currently
grab
hold
the
it.
ball.
Chick has hands on ball. What a play it was from SLG. Just to
Only
whisk it
have to
away.
hold
Chicken
it for about
1v1.
5
Needs
seconds.
help. It's not going to come. And as time
Nope.
dwindles down and time
Space
dwindles
Station's
away,
gonna take round one.
SSG claim game round number 1.
Close round though.
And it's just those
Quadrant
clutch moments.
really playing well.
Those
but
big differences when
Space
you're going to
Station
need
just a
those
little bit
final
too
few
much for them to
seconds is when
handle
SSG just seem
at
to
the
be
very end
a
there.
league above
Only
other squads
winning
they
by
play
about 5
against in the
seconds.
HCS. Quadrant maybe need to learn a lesson there and perhaps look at themselves a little bit in those early stages. Could they have got a bit more scrappy time here or there? But they are certainly cutting it close, and they are coming close against SSG here.
Trading blow for blow.
Eco got the rockets
But it's
early to
SSG.
start.
You're just about edge it in the first round.
Bound 18 and 13.
Didn't take much, but it was
Easily
enough.
the most
Rockets
kills in the
remain
lobby
in the
right now.
hands of Eco.
Slaying out
He's safe as house
as
at times with
SSG
these.
getting the
You know
early
he's gonna make the right
20-point lead.
decision as he patiently waits to get one. Rocket gets fired, but doesn't get a kill in the process. Rocket squandered. Stellar's still got ball back tower with the option to play it if he requires. The Quadrant push is coming. And they're not waiting for no man. Sika over towards Cafe. Stellar's going to try and even the odds here, but Sika shuts him down.
I mean, what an incredible tournament Stella has had so far. One of the MVPs for sure, and really one of the best performances I've seen him have in quite some time in the HCS. 63 seconds of ball time right now. He's also the last remaining player. Does get a kill onto Chick, but SLG's now got eyes on the tram spawns. But Stellar still getting kills on his own as he takes down Legend, and now he can start to focus on the ball. SLG needs to help Seeker.
And he does. He spins on a dime. Penguin's in trouble as well. They handle
Nice
two.
double kill by Quadrant
Eagle could be
there.
the latest. But he gets one to answer back.
Can
Ball
they get
down
some
on the
early
generator.
time
It's bound Eco and Stellar
to
all
answer back
in and
from
around the
this
same
30-point
vicinity as
deficit
each
to
other
start?
as it stands. Chick and SLG hunting in a pack, both down to very little shields. They managed to get one, but Stellar gets a trade. Kills left, right, and center, but he ever so slightly favor
Penguin gets
SSG.
the ball.
Yeah, it's scrappy, but SSG is still
SSG
able to
getting
get
the
those
time
final kills
again.
and get that ball time.
This is not looking good for
Quadrant haven't
Quadrant.
really been able to get a full-on break where they get all four dead and get the chance to set up. SLG's going to try and come finish these kills now, but Eco's going to make it difficult. He's got Penguin to work with as well, and this is what SSG are so good at, staying alive, being frustrating, and just pissing Quadrant off.
How did Eco live? Stellar's got rockets, sends one towards Seek and finds it. One left to play with. And now Quadrant
Yep, 50
still
more
got a bit of a
points
hangover from round one.
for
Still a little bit
Spacestation to
irritated.
take the
They
win.
couldn't get the seconds they required.
Good kill with the rockets
And
by
SSG
Stellar.
starting to find their feet,
Can he,
starting to heat up.
by
That's bad
himself,
news for the
start
boys in
taking
green.
out
Quadrant
Quadrant?
sometimes can struggle on streets when
Two
they start
more
to
kills.
push on their own.
That's
or even
another
if it's
one
twos,
for
if they
Stellar.
start to get caught out. SSG laying traps here all
Absolutely
day. They start
slaying
to
right
work
now.
out the method of Quadrant. Where are they going to be pushing from? Can we maybe set up a little
Oh,
bit
if
of
he
an
gets that
ambush?
one, I lose
And
my
Seeker,
lid.
though,
But
somehow
Seeker
gets the
with
kill
2
onto
kills.
Bound, and that's exactly
with
what
the
Quadrant
Bulldog.
needed to try and keep this round alive.
Is that the catalyst then to push them forward? Can they gain some
They're
confidence?
down by about
Drop shield
50
goes down in
points
heaven.
still.
He's raining bullets right now, and Penguin
Penguin
gets the
coming
pick.
in
Such
hot.
good angles from SSG. Penguin just waiting for the shots to be laid down over towards heaven, and then he just pushes up through bottom middle freely, actually, because no one on Quadrant had eyes. And then
Two
again, it's
big
wham,
kills
bam,
for
thank you,
Penguin.
wham.
Can he get the
Penguin works
third?
in
Can't
tandem to get
quite,
the
but
double.
absolutely
They have
tearing
such a commanding
through
lead here in round
Quadrant.
two, but one thing that is a silver lining for Quadrant, there's still plenty of time on that clock.
3 minutes 24.
24
to be exact.
seconds for SSG to
Numbers
win this
advantage for the
round.
moment. It's Bounds on the respawn screen, waiting.
But Quadrant with
Join
the
the
ball
fight.
right now.
Eco with a back whack. Wasn't required in the end. Legends isolated in red room with 2 members of SSG to contend with. He's managed to get one.
Whoa!
Down to no shields. He's managed to get
Nice
2.
trade
And could that be the turn
by
of things?
Eco.
They're so slippery. All 8 of these players are such difficult kills in the lobby. That's why you've got to really keep tabs on them and make sure your communication is on point and just not allow them to escape too easily. Even
Quadrant
though Eco did go down, it's just
able
important
within
that
bring it
Legend
within
went down
about
with
30 here.
it. 50
Can they
seconds
bring
now.
this
We
back?
take over for Quadrant as they start to inch their way back into this round, but just as I say that, SSG get 2 big
Yeah.
kills and they regain control of the ball.
Rockets popped. Scooped up by
SSG
Stellar.
20 points away from winning
SLG.
this map.
Will fall. 2 members of Quadrant fell
Stellar
in an
with the
instant.
Rockets.
Seeker
Going to be able
spawning
to
up.
hold them back for a
Rocket
little
finds
longer.
A home again. Great prediction, Rocket, from the experienced
Another
Stellar.
big
Double
kill.
And the man with the main continues to roll
8
forward.
seconds left.
Down he goes. 4 seconds required.
Space
And
Station
Bounds
Gaming
as comfortable as you like.
going
as
to take map
SSG
number 1
claim game 1.
against Quadrant. Quadrant playing well, but not able to hold back the tyrant that is Space Station Gaming. They've been absolutely thrashing through pretty much everyone except for FaZe and Optic. I mean, but Quadrant, can they hold it up on the next map? I believe as a Slayer. Let's check it out. Map number 2. If it loads. Oh my gosh. Seriously? Come on now. Don't mess around with me here. Wow. What's the deal? Alright, don't worry. Don't worry, boys and girls. we'll get it there. Here we go. Aquarius Slayer, map number 2. Sorry about that. I don't know what the deal was. They have technical problems too, it looks like. So, because it was loading in. Come on now. Here we go.
Rocking and rolling as the venue finds its voice. Fans of both teams here. Quadrant maybe converted some green wall fans to their side. The last team wearing green left the tournament. 4-1 though off the rip. And SSG have had the perfect start.
Again, starting strategies, everything in Slayer, it allows you to get the ball rolling, and so many times that ball rolls far too far down the hill and becomes a snowball that gets out of control. And this is when Stellar gets dangerous, when he starts to roam freely. But he is going to be walking into 4 members of Quadrant here, and he's got a lot to do. Has the heat wave, which definitely helps. It's almost like a teammate in your hands, as Seeker is the first one to go down, and now Stellar will do what he usually does. It's avoid, it's dip, it's dodge, and it's get out of the way, and then re-engage once he's got his shields. He's such a slippery snake.
And he's slithering.
Spacestation, the early 5-point lead.
Towards the top car here, SLG and Seeker will face him up, plant their feet. It's a 1-for-1 trade.
Nice
2 go
trade.
down for SSG, 2 go down for Quadrant. 5 kills the difference. Seeker's got the heat wave in his hand, trying to cook a penguin. I don't know whether they're tasting better fried, cooked, microwaved, no matter what it is, get him in the grave.
One of the things that Quadrant has recently struggled with in Slayers, we saw it against Sentinels, we saw it against FaZe, is if they do go about 10 kills behind, they seem to drop off a little bit, and maybe a lack of belief of getting back into the game. As long as they can keep it within 5 or 6, there's always going to be that chance to be able to break back in and cause an upset if you are down, and they're within 3 at the moment, so it's not like it's out of the realms of possibility. Just SSG had a really hot start, as Bound tried as he might with the thrust, but Seeker, he held strong.
Seeker down to no shields for a moment. Stellar keeps him there from top base. Power up in 2 seconds or so. Will it be baited? Who's going to get their hands on that camouflage and slip away? It popped up. 3 members of SSG positioned top middle. They're going to lose one in the process. A chick goes chasing. Chased himself into an early grave. Legend, top generator, will get one. SLG will answer back as well. It's a 5-kill game. Bound remains in possession of the camouflage, but he's been spotted out here. As one of the French players has squinted their eyes and seen a shimmering away.
But he's still alive and he still gets away, and I think the Quadrant have to keep tabs on this
Nice
camo
play of the
throughout
camo
this game.
there.
Something that SSG do
Be
very well
elusive.
is monitoring the power-ups and the power weapons. You'll always see the heat wave being prioritized, and the camo is going to be fought for tooth and nail. 22 to 15, 7-kill lead. Grenades doing all the damage. Bound gets caught out, but he still manages to go down with SLG, a big double. And suddenly the kill difference is 8. And as it starts to trickle up, this is when it starts to get more worrying for Quadrant.
Couple of sizzle sticks here for Stellar. Quadrant need to bounce back. They get a trade. It's not going to be good enough. It's not going to eat away at that deficit. Within 6, as Chick has the heat wave. Legend slides forwards. Legend gets another trade, and SSG we're 3 dead for a second or 2. SLG will pick up another one. Within 5. This game is scrappy. There's no structure. There's no rhyme or reason as to why
4-point
these
lead
kills
for
are going
Spacestation.
down. They're just trading blow for blow like 2
Actually
heavyweights
make a
in the middle of
3-point
the ring.
lead.
I mean, it's one thing that Quadrant do is off spawn, they are instantly sprinting into the action. They are listening to call-outs. They're wanting to finish the damage. We saw 4 1v1s happen on our screen, one after one after
SLG
one.
just went
And it
flying.
wasn't really the time for Quadrant to set up and think about it or push together. But neither is there for SSG. SSG are having to react in a way and just take the fights and take the trades. But that's okay because they've been about 5 kills ahead. The worrying sign for SSG is if Quadrant take the lead and then they continue to play at this pace.
Penguin puts distance again. 5 kills. Camo up again. As Stellar scoops it up, pops it into his chest.
Spacestation get another camo.
That's another one secured for the boys in black and gold. Stellar slips away. Getting information for his team. Legend will get tagged up a little bit and gets taken care of as well. Still, the lead remains at 5, and the issue that the Quadrant have now is These kills are getting out of hand and they're running out of time.
Running out of time, and again,
Yeah,
it's another
this
camouflage that was just too
getting
easy
out of
for
hand
Spacestation.
quickly, only
Quadrant
14
weren't set up
points
for
from
it.
the
I know
win
the kills didn't go their way at the right
for
time,
Spacestation.
but that's on purpose from SSG. They will time their pushes around when the power-up's going to be spawning, and suddenly that 5-kill gap once again increases to 8 here. And as this ticks over to 40, things start to go from bad to worse for Quadrant. They need to be making sure they're always close enough to be helping each other out. It's another 1v1, but look, Penguin's right there to help his teammate, but Quadrant, they're elsewhere. No one there to clean up the kills. There's too many 1v1s, too many individual battles, and the trades are great for Spacestation as they now have a 10-kill lead.
Have Quadrant bitten off more than they can chew with this SSG roster. 9 kills difference. Make it 10 as Bound gets yet another kill. 13
points away
for the game with 2
for
assists and
Spacestation.
8 deaths. SLG will also be joining his teammate and Chick to the respawn screen. And now SSG
As
require
Sika
4
is
kills
getting
to double their
wrecked
series
right
lead.
now, only
And
3
this
kills.
comeback is looking incredibly unlikely, but you feel for it to happen, Quadrant would have to slow the game down as much as possible, restrict the chances for SSG to get these trades, and constantly back off, bound up together, and then make sure you're working off spawn. And if you do get into a position where you get all 4 dead, then you need to be thinking about pinching, and then you speed things up. It's still 8 kills between them, 46 to 38. Camo is going to be popping. If Quadrant were to get it, then maybe there's still a chance. With only 3 kills, make it 1. SSG have surely got this one in the bag.
What an exchange that was. Stellar slips away.
That's
Game
it.
over.
SSG take map number 2 from Quadrant also. Very, very good play out of SSG as they are killing it right now. Quadrant not quite able to hang, I don't think, with the firepower of SSG. Let's hope this don't mess up again. All right, looks fine. I'm not going to mess with
Incredible.
it.
And again, he's made fans as well with just how humble he's things to say about out as ever. So it has to be CTF Empyrean for map number 3, where
yeah,
either we are going to
CTF
find our second
Empyrean.
grand finalist, or we're going to start to maybe see a fight back here for Quadrant.
Can Quadrant start to
Can
crawl back
Quadrant
into this
push
one?
this series 1 game deeper? Can they
Space
make this a
Station
more
just got
difficult
reverse
task for
sweeps against
SSG?
FaZe, so maybe.
Or are the former world champions going to cruise to
Let's see
glory
what's up.
and stroll right back into the grand finals? The face-off against the old enemy in FaZe Clan. That's what's up for grabs. That's what is here and now. As we load in
Maybe not quite
now,
now.
on board with Penguin as he slips and slides over towards training.
And Quadrant really need to be making sure they're getting hold of these overshields, these rockets. They can't allow SSG to dictate the pace too much. Be aggressive, get in the face. If you're going to go down, you want to put up one heck of a fight, and Chick already trying to get aggressive with these rockets. And we know full well that sniper rifles are going to make a big difference here on Empyrean. You need someone who's more than happy to be confidently pushing, but also hitting those shots when you need them to.
Chick with rockets, clearing out sword. Not the natural habitat of a penguin is in a sword, but it's traded out in the end. Space Station don't give Chick a moment to breathe. They smother him and clear him right out of sword. And they can get moving and grooving from here on out. As Sika stepped out of green for a moment, seen Stellar, put the brakes on, slammed it in reverse, said no thank you.
Felix and the SLG as the sniper on the other side. Stellar, of course, you can see it on your screen. Playing a very passive angle at the moment, just trying to support the rest of the team who are slowly moving their way up the map. But
wow.
just as he takes his eye
Nice
off
snipe.
Banana for 1 second, SLG is right there to rip his face off. Now SLG and Quadrant need to take advantage of this. 3 are dead on the side of SSG. This is where you push up, this is where you start to control those spawns, manipulate them in a way where you can start to bank those nades off the floor, do the damage and get the flag moving.
Quadrant has them spawning exactly where they want them. Overboard snipe, but what a grenade
nade
from
by
Penguin.
Nate from
As
Penguin.
it spins, flips, and
And a
Bound
snipe from
finds
Bound.
the back of the skull of the flag carrier in Legend. And all the pressure amounts to nil.
And that's why there's so much responsibility on the sniper players. Had Bound missed that shot, that flag could have been down long haul. Quadrant could have maybe off spawn, just been banking those nades off the side. And they might have had a chance to go 1-0 up. Huge play from Bound.
Yeah.
Now he has the sniper to work
Nice
with still.
snipe.
Just going down long haul. 2 big kills though from Quadrant. Just to slow down SSG as they start to collapse, they start to push. And Bound, the last remaining player here.
Oh, a whip. Takes the shields completely off Sika. Legend will survive. Chick will pick up the snipe now. We need to hit a highlight clip here. Fires one towards Stellar. That's across the bow, doesn't connect. Sneaking out in assistance. Over towards Sword. Rockets in 4. Chicks trying to survive, trying to be an influence. As Rockets come out the oven, one goes down.
Oh,
2 kills go in favor, make it 3. Bound last man standing as they shuffle weapons back and forth. They've got all the resources they need for a flag cap here.
yeah, again, they're going to have control. They're going to make those spawns over towards Sniper, but is there going to be anyone to stop? It's going to be Bound. He's found an overshield. Will collapse onto Legend first, but he's done so much damage. But now the rest of SSG can work with him. Chick, though, and
got the
Seeker
hit,
get 2.
but
Eco is the last remaining player, but he gets
Eco
the
stop
killjoy.
this flag
and
run?
will be in an angle here to potentially stop this flag, but SLG just nips around the corner,
No,
and
I
Quadrant
think
get away.
Quadrant's gonna get a
SLG
flag
slips away.
cap.
Back home at flag. They're giving this one up. Quadrant will take the lead here.
That's 1 flag.
And maybe,
for
just
Quadrant.
maybe, there's still life in this game yet, life in
Chick
this series
with
for Quadrant.
12 kills, while
Still
no one
plenty of
else
time
in the
on the
lobby
clock
has
for
more than
SSG,
5.
though. Sniper rifle now for SLG, excuse me. But he gets taken down, he gets shut down immediately. So important for SSG to be
Pretty
taking
big
that
kills
sniper
from
rifle
SSG
off
though.
the mitts of the likes of SLG.
It was once upon a time in Europe. SLG had his name sung around the arena. But at the moment, they're down by 3. So members in the crowd start to boo the Space Station gaming players here.
Wow.
They seem to bounce back
That was
here.
insane.
It's one, well, I say some people in there. I think it's one guy.
There's one guy. He just really hates SSG, and that's
Excellent.
okay. You can have your favorites. 2 down on SSG, a great hold from Quadrant. It was looking like they were going to be confidently
He just
pushing up,
hates
but Quadrant just
SSG.
backed themselves into corners, waited patiently, and sometimes you do just have to lay those traps. Heatwave now in the hand of SLG. Sword in his control, but just needs to be careful of these grenades, and he's trying to assist Legend, but you've got to be careful.
Chick's moving in. What a game Chick's having in the early engagements. 15 kills, 3 assists, and 4 deaths. Exactly what you need on Championship Sunday if you're going to cause the upset against SSG. Bound will receive some damage. SLG continues to put down some cover fire. It's a tongue twister.
It gets you, doesn't it? SSG, SLG, too many S's, too many G's. Only 1 L. Which team is going to take the L here at the moment? Quadrant still on top. 7 minutes left. It's still plenty of time for the Space Station roster, but keep an eye on that overshield. It's going to be up in 8, and SLG,
Legend
that's why he's
gets
holding
2.
Sword right now. He wants to be the one to command this area so he can drop down freely and grab the overshield.
Overshield's up.
Bye-bye.
Repulsor play doesn't connect. Stellar
No, he
tries
didn't.
to get away. He will fall. He goes there. And SLG picks up 2 along with the overshield.
He had no right to get those kills, no right to get that overshield, but it's exactly what he wanted. It's what he was biding his time for up in Sword. But now it's about what you do with it here as they get 2 kills to Quadrant. SSG down to 2 themselves. Eco and Penguin working in tandem just to try and stay alive. SLG now finds Rockets. He just needs to make sure he gets his shields back before he pushes, but actually he says, you know what, screw it, let's just get a flagpole.
Shields down, weapons remain hot, it would seem. SLG will fall, 2 dead. For SSG though, Chick's gonna pull this flag long haul. Does he have the support he needs? The answer's no. Eco's in the needles, putting down damage as he always does. Eco wins the fight.
It's all well and good though for Quadrant, as long as they can keep Space Station in their half. I mean, it's the best form of defense is offense sometimes. Sniper up in 3. They see a wild Bound who's trying to get behind enemy lines. And Legend quite rightly just pings him and calls him out. Stella's going to go down as well. And I tell you what, Quadrant are doing so well at the moment at just outslaying SSG. They're so confident in the battles and they are winning more 1v1s going into this map number 3.
You mentioned a wild Bound. I have a question,
Yeah.
real quickly before this gets out of hand. What sort of Pokeball would you need? Like a Master Ball? What sort of...
For Bound?
Yeah.
Definitely some sort of Ultra Ball.
Yep.
I don't know if I use my Master Ball on him, not until he's won a championship, but we'll have to see whether that could be here today in Arlington. SSG definitely have the capabilities of doing so. FaZe wait at the moment in the grand final. But they have, of course, that 1 series advantage for whoever will join them.
FaZe watching on.
Finally, a
Hoping
tournament
this
with an
series
advantage
goes
for the
distance
winners
just to tire
bracket.
out whoever might arrive in grand finals. Right now it's looking like SSG, but it's Quadrant still in the lead of this game. Stellar gets 1.
Eco did get...
Legend!
Oh!
Where's your head at?
Oh!
Seika?
Penguin!
You're going with them, pal. As this flag continues to move. And SSG
Ooh,
threatening to
he
tie
hits that.
this game up. And it's terrible news for the Europeans. as it's been escorted all the way home. And Eco slams it in.
Such a clean flag pull and flag capture for SSG.
Tied it
Penguin,
up
as soon as he
1-1.
connected with that sniper shot, Quadrant were never really going to get back into it.
Gets
Seeker gets
one with the
aggressive to shut
rocket.
down the rockets, and Overshield is also going to be popping, but it looks like SSG got hold of that one. So Quadrant are going to be on the back foot a little bit here. They need to be avoiding the Overshield, but Bound says, you can't avoid me, I'm inevitable, I'm in your base.
In there with Heatwave. He's going to need more than an eviction notice. He's claiming squatters' rights here. Quadrant have got to take care of him. Hold on. Chick's trying to give him the wiggles. He did so for a second or two. Legend needs to win this fight, but the Heatwave comes out the back pocket and it gets traded.
Oh.
3 dead for Quadrant. Flags pulled, flags on the move.
Uh-oh.
It's a massive trade, but again, I think there's snipers
moving
trained
that
on the
flag.
spawns of Quadrant here, but Stella
Gets hit with
gets
many
absolutely
nades.
obliterated by grenades. It's an amazing stick from Eco onto SLG, but I think Quadrant have done enough just to slow this flag down, but Penguin has been able to grab it. There's going to be plenty of players trying to damage him, but he gets the toss into the base. 3 are dead, but it doesn't matter because Stella's there. SSG take a 2-1 lead.
That's a lead for SSG,
How pivotal will that
but
be?
could be an immediate counterattack as Quadrant is in their
Bit
base.
of ice to slide on his belly and bring that flag home. Quadrant looking to answer back immediately here through the shape of Seeker and Legend. Penguin will get 1. SLG will answer back. 2 dead. Chick's got hands on flag. Can they get the counter cap? 3 dead for a moment.
Where is Bound? Is he in a position to once more shut that down? Actually, it's Stella who's going to be on the first
Stellar
PR.
off spawn.
SLG is going to chase him, but unfortunately, the trade comes through from Eco, and no one there to run that flag because several members of Quadrant went down. And it's going to have to be one that they most likely give up here and start to rethink and reassess their next plan, their next form of attack. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock for Quadrant to try and stay alive in this tournament. As for SSG, of course, if it stays like this, they will be in the grand finals against FaZe.
Our SSG happy to run the clock down
Nice
here.
kill there from Bound.
As Bound's going down with the sickness at the moment. Chick will line him up, take his shields down. 20 seconds until rockets. 20 seconds until overshield. And Quadrant need all the goodies here.
Yeah, Quadrant just need to slow this one down and get into a position where they can pick up at least one of the 2 to try and work with as they move
Nice
forward
shot.
to try and get a flag run. But with Bound holding this position in sword with the sniper rifle, he's making it so hard for Quadrant to slow it down. He's pushing
Nice
the narrative.
shot.
He says, you know what? I want to get into this grand final here and now, and an overshield is his reward, and the flag's on the move for SSG.
Trouble afoot here for the boys in green as Bound continues to put down damage. Stellar's on hand. Eco's got the flag all the way through long haul. With 3 dead for a moment for Quadrant. SSG slam
That's
home
3.
their 3rd and final cap. They're
That's
going to
it.
grand finals, baby.
And they will have their chance to seek revenge against FaZe Clan in that
All
grand
right.
final.
So Spacestation Gaming slams home their ticket to the grand finals to face FaZe in a rematch of the winners finals, as Quadrant not able to quite hold off the great Spacestation Gaming. Stick around, we got one more match, the grand finals of the evening. Stick around for some more Halo action. Thank you guys.